Hey, what's going on, solar family? How are you? Hopefully you're doing amazing. In this video, I want to give you 5 tips before you start purchasing leads online, right? It could be from a marketing agency or maybe a lead generation company, because I wish I had these tips when I first started buying leads years ago, and I probably would have saved thousands and thousands of dollars. But when you don't have any guidance and mentorship, you have to go through the heartaches and the pain, right? And I don't want you to go through that. But before I dive into it, if you want to get in the solar industry, or maybe you're a roofing contractor or you're in the home performance industry and you want to start selling solar, make sure you book that free solar strategy call. It's going to be a pop-up right above this video. So let me go ahead and dive right into it. All right, so my first tip before you start buying solar leads is do your research, right? And I know that's pretty self-explanatory and maybe common sense, but again, there's so many people that just trust other people's word for it, right? And I'm just gonna let you know, unfortunately, in the solar industry, you can't just trust someone's word. Make sure that you're getting referrals before you start, wire transferring $5, $10, $15,000, right? Reach out to the solar company that they're currently working with, or maybe the, solar rep that they're working with, and get their feedback. But don't get me wrong, right? I also want to stick up for the good lead generation companies out there, because there's never going to be a perfect lead source, right? So make sure that you're doing your research, but when you're also doing your research, keep in mind that the people that you're talking to, whether it's an individual rep or a solar company, that's their own result. Because I don't know whether you started a week ago, a year ago, 10 years ago, right? Because even if you get leads, everyone's result as far as the close rate is going to be totally different. So make sure that you're getting the feedback from that particular referral that the lead generation gave you, but also keep in mind that it's going to vary depending on your particular skill level, because your skill level in closing may be a lot more advanced than mine. And obviously the close rate is going to be a lot higher versus the one that just got started, because not only are they more experienced than you in sales, they may have like automation. They may know how to leverage videos to close more deals. They may have an amazing CRM that stays connected with their homeowners. So there are different factors involved as far as the close rate, but just make sure that you're asking a referral, like what's their experience as far as the quality of the referral. My second tip is don't get too excited, right? Because there's so many consultants out there that's buying leads and they have these really, really high expectations that they're gonna buy leads for $5,000 a month and their whole world is gonna change. And maybe it will. But if you have too high of expectation and you don't meet that expectation, your mindset is gonna be screwed up. So if your projection when you buy these leads online is 5, shoot for 2. Right? Under promise and over deliver to yourself. So make sure that you don't have too high of an expectation until you start getting results. Tip number 3, don't use all of your money that you have in your savings, right? So for example, if you only have $5,000 in your bank account and the lead generation campaign is $5,000, and if you spend the whole entire budget in this lead generation campaign, you're not going to be able to feed your family, pay for rent or your mortgage, right? Don't do that, because again, buying leads to just be an addition, right, to what you're currently doing right now. And I see so many people going all in, like playing poker, right? All in, and next thing you know, they're not getting the results, or they don't get the results that they were shooting for, and now they're SOL, right? It's out of luck. And now they're struggling to feed the family or whatnot. Make sure that the money that you're investing into lead generation, when you buy them online, is not like your last dollar, right? So if the lead generation company is asking for $5,000 a month and that's all you have, maybe you should wait a month, right? Until you have a lot more money to invest into the lead campaign and you're not going all in. to make sure when you're budgeting for leads, you're not spending your last dime. Tip number 4, when you found the right company to work with, make sure that you stick around and buy the leads for at least 3 to 6 months. The reason is a lot of consultants, they give up way too easily, meaning that they, did all the research, got all the referrals, and they found the right company, and then they run like 1 month of campaign, and then they get scared and they're like, you know what? I only closed like 1 deal, or I haven't closed any deals yet. Make sure that you stick around and run that campaign for at least 3 to 6 months to get some accurate data. Because I'm pretty sure you've seen that infographic of the miner, right? There's 2 miners. One is on top, right? And they're about to break through the rocks to, hit all that gold. And the guy at the top is walking away. And the guy at the bottom is like 1 strike away from their picket to actually open up the whole entire gold mine. It happens like that with lead generation as well, right? From online leads. You're literally probably like 1 phone call away, 1 tweak away to start opening up the floodgates with these leads online. But you gave up too easily. So make sure that you have enough budget to run ads for at least 3 to 6 months. And say, for example, right, your expectation is close 2 deals every month for this lead generation campaign to be profitable for you. And imagine if, the first month you only closed 1 and then you end up giving up. And imagine the following month, like the second month, imagine if you closed 2 or 3. And the third month, imagine you closed 3 or 4. Because what you need to do is total up how much is your ad spend within the 3 to 6 months period, and how many closed deals did you actually make. And if your closed deals is higher than how much you actually spent for ad spend, I honestly feel that's an amazing campaign, right? Even if you're putting in $5,000 and you're closing 2 and making 10, right? So keep in mind that, once you find the right formula, right? When it's, for example, you're putting 1 in and you're getting 2 out, that's when you want to scale even more, right? So don't give up too easily. And finally, tip number 5, this is probably going to be the most important tip that I give you in this video, is don't put your eggs all in one basket, right? Meaning that don't go all in one like campaign. So what I would do is I would try to split up my ad spend. If I had $5,000 to spend in ad spend, I would test out 1 company with $2,500 and test out another company with $2,500. And not only that, I would continue to generate leads in other means, meaning that I wouldn't stop knocking on doors until my online lead campaign can replace what I'm currently doing right now to generate leads, to close deals, and put food on the table for yourself or your family. What I see a lot of consultants do is they go all in an ad spend. They spend all their money. It doesn't work out, and they don't knock the doors for a month or so. And now you're, falling behind on filling up your pipeline with closed deals. And a month just passed, and now you're not making any money. So keep in mind, while you're, generating leads online, make sure that you continue to knock on the door as well. So those are my 5 tips before you start purchasing leads online. Hopefully that was helpful. If you want to dive in deeper, especially if you want to get into the solar industry, or you're a roofing contractor or a home improvement contractor, and you want to start selling solar, make sure you book that free solar strategy call. It's going to be a pop-up right above this video. Other than that, have an amazing day. Goodbye for now. Peace.